Okay. These guys know the drill, so we will open the floor for questions for the players.
All right. For either player, talk about just how this felt. Obviously, a big hole at the beginning. You guys dug out of it, so you certainly didn't quit.
Go ahead, let's start.
Yeah, they took a first hard punch at us, but we recovered, and that's what I'm proud of with this team. We're just so relentless, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Especially, we did really good for playing a number 1 seed. I'm not disappointed at all.
Lee?
I totally agree. I'm so proud of this team. We didn't just roll over and die, but they did swing pretty hard in the beginning. But digging ourselves out of that hole, it just comes to show that we're more than willing to fight whatever it is. We're not we're not backing down from anybody. For them to be playing, we're playing in front of so many people at their home court. I think a lot of teams will just kind of back off and slow down or be afraid of all the cheering and but I'm super proud of this team. I can't really say any more about that.
For both of you, your thoughts on Haley Van Lith against you all tonight?
Lee?
Yeah, she's a great player. 3-level scorer. I mean, she can shoot the 3, get to the mid-range, a strong guard, get to the rim. But yeah, I mean, she did a good job. She went off. Yeah, I thought we could have done a better job limiting her, but because she's such a good player, I mean, she did what she did. So.
Steve Bittenbender, Associated Press. You talk about that, punch that they threw there at the beginning of the game. What did you all look to do, especially after that media timeout that led to the 12-0 run? Caitlin, I think you had a runner that kind of helped start that. What adjustments did you all make to that to counter that and get back in the game?
We had to get on the boards. I know they were kind of killing us on the boards, and that's why they got that 14-0 run. And then we just had to talk to each other on defense. We just had some miscommunications, and once we got locked in with our scout, y'all saw the score. We were back in the game. They came out obviously with a very aggressive press. So like limiting turnovers, being sure of our passes, and obviously looking at this stat sheet. I'm not super proud of how I handled the ball or like limited my turnovers. So I for sure take full responsibility of being really careless with the ball, but it was just really getting the jitters out. Coach Lisa even said in the timeout, said, "Okay, this is it. Like, we're good now. We're good. Let's refocus and get back into it."
For both of you guys, the end of the season is never a good feeling, but when you think back on kind of the run you guys went on, the win in the semis, the win over BYU, the win over Nebraska, does looking back on that kind of stuff kind of soften the blow of the season ending here?
Lee?
It's never easy, obviously, to take a loss. You would always want to keep playing, but looking back on the season, it's been a phenomenal season. I love the seniors to death, love this group. We're willing to run through a brick wall for each other, and I mean, a lot of people doubted us from the get-go. We just kept hearing like Gonzaga's losing 50% of their scorers, rebounding, and that isn't wrong. But I think people believed that we weren't going to be as good as last year, and we had a lot to prove. And I'm super proud of this team because we definitely did prove that we belong here, and we definitely could have taken this game if we had, again, great starts. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, going off of her, it's tough to lose and then have that season ending for the seniors at least. I definitely wanted it bad for them. I know we all wanted it bad for each other, and but again, I told them in the locker room, I said, y'all don't have anything to be sad about because, again, people doubted us right from the beginning, and, we proved people wrong, especially, again, going off of lost 50% of our scoring and our rebounding, and people thought we were rebuilding, but we weren't a rebuild year. I mean, if you look at the sheets, it was like more like a reload.
Jim?
For both players, did you feel like you were wearing down a little bit in the second half? And it was a pretty physical game, even in the backcourt, and they just kept coming, it looked like.
It was tough for sure, but I think we did lose a little gas, especially on the boards, and then I think, from what I remembered, we committed a couple like ticky-tack fouls, and that's what got them to the free throw line. So yeah, I think we ran out of gas a little bit.
Lee?
Yeah, to add to Lynn, I think we were also very careless with the ball. There was some where I just remember one play. I think I threw it. It was like a lob pass, and obviously it was not the greatest pass to Lynn. And so obviously taking care of the ball out of half was something that prevented us from keeping the momentum that we got from the end.
With a game like this where you take a number 1 seed pretty deep into the game, what kind of motivation does that give each one of y'all for next year when you come back in, knowing that you can compete and play with the best?
Lee?
Yeah, on their home court, playing the number 1 seed, like that's what you want as an athlete. That's all you can ask for, you know. You want to be put against the top, because that's how that's how you come out and know that, hey, I can compete with the top. So it's a really big motivator. It comes to show that I think we're gonna fight regardless of what the number is. Yeah, big motivator for sure. Again, we were a 9 seed, they were a 1 seed, and everyone, I feel like, expected the game to go a little differently. So I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of what we accomplished, and next year is gonna be a big run for us.
I was wondering if both of you could just share kind of what this senior group means to you guys, and if you had a chance to talk with any of them yet. I know the game just ended.
I mean, I told them in the beginning of the season I would run to the ends of the earth for them, and I still would. I love this group to death. I mean, we all understood what it's like to be doubted, so we took that together, and it just built a bond, you know, with the whole team. But the seniors especially, I know they worked so hard. I'm gonna point out Mel. I know her shot when we first came in. I don't know if she'll hate me for this, but it was like a catapult when we first arrived on campus. Sorry, Mel, but yeah, and she made major improvements to her jump shot, and look at her now, hitting middies like nothing. Anna, I know, took a big leap. I love seeing her development over the years. C, you can't ask for a better shooter. Come on now. And Abby, she'll work. She's a workhorse. She'll work for the board. She'll do the little things that doesn't really show up on the stat sheets. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss playing with them. I'm gonna miss them a lot. Yeah, our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Mike, always says this line: our destinies are wrapped up in each other. And all the seniors, they all have different stories, but to be in the same place and play on the same team, I will always be grateful. And it's nice to kind of sit back and see that they're all different, but their work ethic, each and every one of them, they're what's there more to say? They will put their foot down and work as hard. You can't ask for anything more from a great group of seniors.
Good. Time for one more.
There were several possessions in the first half, and I think even a couple in the second, where you all had to go deep into the shot clock before taking a shot. What was it about Louisville's defense that created that? And was it something that you all were able to see in the scout, or something different?
So some plays are called from the sideline. Coach would want us to run at 10 seconds and stuff like that. So some of it's set up, but they did speed us up on some possessions. We knew that from the jump, but other than that, I feel like majority of the shots, especially in the first half, were rushed because we just couldn't get the flow just yet because they're super disruptive on defense. But yeah. Yeah, I think the fans had to play a part in it too, and I'm taking responsibility for that. I remember I looked at Coach Lisa after we were on the far end in the first half, and I had a feeling that the shot clock was going down, but I was trying to call for a high, and it was just so loud that I couldn't really hear. And our team usually counts down for us, so that's on me, not knowing what the number on the shot clock was.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.